Hey,
Hello.
hi.
Hi, Elisa.
Hi, Libby, hi.
Hey, good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
So, what do you would like to talk for this specific conversation during our coach?
Well, I've really been thinking a lot about like what to do in the upcoming months now, and like in terms of job search and what career path, what I want to do, where I want to apply, where do I want to live. Those are kind of questions that are in my head all day.
Okay.
I'd love to talk about that and kind of maybe figuring out what are my next steps, what are the priorities right now in terms of these questions.
Okay. Um, um, what struggles you now? Because you have the routine or the regular life. We will graduate on early August, and you've already, as my knowledge, you've already have an internship. But what makes you to think about you need further discussion about your future or the recent next step?
Yeah, so like the internship I already did, I finished. So right now I'm just kind of freaking out. Like, my first question is, do I want to stay in the States or do I want to go back home to Europe, to Germany? Because I miss it. I miss Germany, but I also see being here as a great opportunity. And I applied for OPT, so I think if I get OPT, then it's not something you just want to give away. You know, you kind of want to use it and take the opportunity because it's a great opportunity that doesn't come so easily again. So I'm kind of like struggling. That's my first thing, and then the second thing is where in the U.S. But I guess I can just apply to many different cities or the cities I would want to live in, like LA, San Francisco, Boston, New York, maybe something like that, and then see what happens. Yeah, and also where do I want to apply? There's so many different options. I've worked in marketing and branding, which I really enjoyed, so I know I'm good at that. I have like a natural kind of thing for that stuff, so I know I could do well in that job, and I think I could excel in that field, but I also don't know how much I really am passionate enough about that field, because I really need a purpose in my life, and I feel that I kind of have this mission to like help the planet, the environment. That's why I care so much about like sustainability, and I kind of want to do something more in that direction. But I also want to combine it with my passions, so I don't want to just do something just for the purpose, you know. You need to be having fun and be passionate about what you do, and it needs to be something that you're good at. So I'm kind of really struggling with figuring out, okay, what kind of jobs are the right ones for me to apply to where all my kind of needs can be satisfied.
Okay, but you're talking about the location selection, you're talking about functional, like marketing, branding, or sustainable ability, and you're talking about you would have the subject to fit for your personal passion belong to. These three are linked together. Sometimes they maybe which you think, how do you think about those relationship, or which one is more important to you as your, if you can imagine, or
most important is what I do, like the purpose, but also like what I'm doing. I mean, the location is not that important. The US or Europe isn't that important. The most important thing is what am I doing? Like, I guess having fun and being excited about it and really enjoying it, that's like the most important, I would say. But very equally important is like the mission. Like, do I ethically believe in this? You know, like I couldn't work for a company that I don't support ethically, for example, or not even that, but also like, is this bringing me closer to my mission? My mission of like helping the environment, you know. If it's not aligned with my mission, then I feel like there's no point.
Okay.
And in the end, it doesn't matter where in the world that is. I think I just need to go after my mission and purpose the most. And also having fun.
Tell me more about your mission.
I think my mission is definitely to help create environmental awareness and help. It sounds so cheesy, but like not save the planet, but like, you know, promote taking care of our environment. Yeah, my whole life, even as a kid, I already felt that way. I like love nature and green, and I've loved animals my whole life, and I've always felt like this really deep connection to animals and nature, and like it kills me. And for the last years, it's really been like killing me what we're doing to our planet. Like it really hurts me, and to the extent that I feel like it's my life mission to do something against that. And yeah, I mean, I've been involved in like activism and kind of like, you know, educating myself and people around me about all matters environmental or sustainability related, and you know, what we can do and important things we can do as consumers and blah blah blah, important initiatives and things to fight against, blah blah blah. But yeah, I feel like now I really need to step up a level, like because now I'm like getting a job, and now I really want to make my, but I also don't want to be one of those people who's just like, you know, like I don't know, telling everyone else what to do all the time, and like a bit brainwashed, you know, like so much into, oh, I need to save the world. Like, no, I don't want to be like that either. I feel like that it's really important for humans to have like a balance. Like you can have your stuff that's important to you, your missions, but it's also really important to like live and just be who you are. And maybe over the last years I did that like way too much. I went way too much down that path. And I think I brainwashed myself a little bit too much. Like I need to save the planet, or like, you know, I can only, like, I don't know, like I think it's really important that people are happy, and because if you're like making yourself happy, then the world is full of happy people. People do better things. So I think yeah, I think the most important thing, actually, the most important responsibility we each have is to make ourselves happy before we want to go out and save the world. I've learned that. Like, change yourself, you know, before you change the world, they're kind of saying. But it's true, like, and if what makes me happy is like painting or acting or singing, then I think I need to do that. And I think even if you have like a different passion or art that you love and follow and do as a job, you can still then, you know, do the, like, have influence on the environment, for example, and do like promote environmental activism or do things with impact or support good projects, you know, like you don't have to get a career in the field of helping save the planet just to do some good. You can do something totally different and then on the side support good initiatives, or with what you're doing maybe create awareness. Like I always think too, like black and white, you know.
Yeah.
Because I loved art my whole life. Like I wanted to be an artist, and I love painting, and I just have a real thing for like visual art and color and everything. And yeah, I was always scared to take that path because of not enough economic stability in that field. I was always really worried what happens. Like I want a secure life one day. I want to be educated. I want to live a dynamic global life, you know. And what if I don't make it as an artist and I'm sitting in some city with my paints and like I'm jobless? Like, you know, like I always had this fear of being financially and intellectually cut off too much as an artist. I think that's why I didn't go to art school and pursue that career. I always wanted to be more integrated in society, and yeah, I don't know, that's why like business also seemed like the better option in the end. And studying before that, like bachelor degree, I just felt I needed a degree to be like a proper grown-up. And now
Yeah, you talk a lot of stuff. I'm curious. You mentioned that helping environment is your purpose. You always connected with animal nature. You would like to be part of this kind of career journey. But you also mentioned that you feel like make yourself happier is easier or is fundamental. chasing purpose, or even why do you think in this way? Which one is, or you have any experiences before that these two things are conflict, or actually they are similar, or how do you think? What's your view about these? Say, let's talk about these two options, or they are only.
That's a really interesting question. So I think the art is like kind of this hedonistic way of living where I'm like, this is just what I enjoy. I'm being myself, but I'm not like considering other people. I'm not, being responsible. That's more just like this passion, and I enjoy this. I love colors. I love painting. I love being creative, expressing myself, whether it's singing or painting. I just love being creative. As a kid, I was always like, anything creative was like my thing. And when I was being creative, I was happy. Like in recent years, I've kind of lived that creativity more through cooking and food. Like I've gotten really into healthy food.
Yeah.
And for a long time, I actually thought that I have to do something with food, job-wise, like cooking or food channel or something. Because you can be very creative in cooking too. But yeah, things with my hands, creative things with my hands are definitely my way to go, whether it's cooking or painting, or it has to be something like passionate, creative. And that makes me really happy, and I'm also good at those things. And that's why I think, well, if you're good at it and it makes you happy, you should do it career-wise.
Yeah.
Don't even tell yourself you need to be doing something else just to make enough money, or that's silly. Like, but I think it was the main thing that always kept me from it is the financial stability, and like being like this professional consultant or something, or just traveling the world, going to business meetings. And I was always like it sounded so exciting. I didn't want to lose the opportunity to be that kind of person either. But I think that deep down, I think I'm like more happy when I'm creating and creative. But even in business, you can be very creative. So, like maybe even, or maybe through being creative, you could start your own business with your art, for example, just saying. Like those, like you said, those things don't have to exclude each other.
Yeah.
But I think it's these images that we have in our head from like probably a very early age onward that we always like stick to. Like I think I need to become more flexible in my mindset about what is business, what is art. Like I can be everything of those things. It doesn't have to be either or.
Yeah, you literally just explaining that a financial is not against the arts or kind of creative business or creative functions. But you see any role model in the industry or in career market, or anyone you would like to be and who have the character of you're dreaming about, or you think it's ideal?
I think my biggest role model is Angelina Jolie.
Okay.
She's a good, famous actress, and she's like she's super down to earth, and she's like using her the influence and the power and the fame she's received through acting, through her art, like an art that she does well. I think she's using that to like promote doing good in the world, and I really admire that. I think it's really cool what she's doing, and like I think that she shows that it's possible. I mean, she's also extremely beautiful, I mean, of course, but like she shows that it's possible to do both, So I think she would be like a big role model.
Wow, it's really a great role model. I personally also like Angelina Jolie. I think she's a brave woman with a lot of talent, with a lot of thinking to the world. It's not a simple being. She's someone, really. But since today we are trying to talk about something, and let's try to so far we know a lot of ideas about you, but I think in short term, within, for example, 1 week, anything we can do about, based on our discussion, anything we can do to a little bit progress to trying to find you the clear goal or the clearer next step, you think?
yeah, maybe like thinking about what kind of jobs. Maybe I have to stop using that word. Thinking about what I want to do most next, but it's so hard.
Okay.
Because I think then I would say, like, if you asked me right now, what would you want to do if, like, nothing mattered, like, money didn't matter, the location didn't matter, nothing mattered, I would probably say I want to paint. I want to be an artist. And I often say that when asked that question, but then as soon as I start thinking about, like, career and money and security, and, you know, I always get scared and I backtrack and I go back to, like, the safer option of getting a job.
Understand.
Yeah, so I think, yeah, probably, okay, maybe like two things. Like, one, I really should ask myself, what do I want to be doing right now? What would I want to do in this world, in this life right now most? And second of all, maybe, okay, like, right now you actually need to, like, you know, make a living, earn some money, become independent financially. So what steps to take in that direction right now? Maybe, like, what kind of jobs could you look at right now that you would want to apply to, like, to stay here in the US, to use your OPT? Because of course I can't say, oh, I want to be an artist right now in the US on my OPT. I mean, I have no income. So I think that's, like, not even an option. But maybe it is an option, and I'm just blocking myself. Maybe I could be just an artist on an OPT. I don't even know if that's possible.
Okay, so you still would like to explore the possibility, or you're okay with the second choice, like you have to follow your OPT plus the internship, the normal job hunting? You're still okay with that, or you would like to explore more? Well, that's two directions.
Love to explore more.
Yeah, or even more directions, but let's be specific, or to be realistic.
Yeah.
Within 1 week, you think what you would do, or between us, we discuss, will help you getting closer to your future steps. Because if we keep the open exploring all the time, at least we need to set up some
concrete steps.
Yes, otherwise we will, like 1 month ago you discussed about this. Imagine 2 months later we still discussing the same questions and never have the answer.
I think I'm scared to start. You know?
Okay.
I think that's one of the reasons that I always can't decide, because I'm scared of taking that first step.
Okay.
Like, I want all options open. I don't want to take the step down one lane. I just want everything to be still possible.
Okay.
Maybe I, like, don't want to grow up.
But are you happy with the situation, you think?
No. I've been in this situation for way too many years. Way too long, I mean.
Okay. If you would like to change, from which point you would like to?
I really want to be financially independent. I really want to make, like, money and, you know, just be self-standing, successful at what I do. And that's, I think, what always kept me from this art stuff. Because I was so worried that I wouldn't maybe be financially independent.
Okay. If you're comfortable with to be financially independent is your goal, you have any specific plan, like within half year, 1 year, how much money, or any kind of
I wouldn't say I have a plan. I would love, of course, to I have a business idea that I'm also thinking of maybe trying out, although it's also risky, or it's a long journey, but, like, I would love to do that.
Let me rephrase my question, sorry.
Yeah, half a year I would want to be financially independent.
What's your assumption or your conditions about financial independence? Specifically for yourself, what kind of we set up
by October. Actually, by October I want to be financially independent.
About how much money you have, or have any
Of course, $10,000 a month would be great, but
Okay.
I don't think that's realistic. I don't know. Maybe if I do a job and start my business on the side, or maybe if I like start making art and selling art, who knows? Maybe it could be realistic even. That would be amazing. I'm thinking also maybe I can get a job and do art on the side. But see, that's the problem. I've always said that I'd do that, even next to my studies, and it never really worked.
Okay.
That's the problem. I always wanted to do it, and whenever I worked, I like just worked, and then in the evening you come home and you're tired, and it's just a different life.
Seems you put a lot of pressure to yourself.
Yeah.
We only can solve problem one after another. Don't carry on too much to yourself. But let's get back to your 10,000 a month until October. How we can achieve this goal? You think if we really would like to do this, you have any options? You think?
Well, I think my best option would probably be to try and land a really good job in either marketing or consulting. I think that would probably be the most realistic way to get a good income fast. Yeah.
Okay.
Or, of course, just start my own business. But then it's probably not realistic to start making money in October. Then I'd probably just try and have to get funding first and all these things. I think then maybe making money in a year might be more realistic.
Okay.
If I start my own business, or half a year, who knows?
The two options, you have any preference, or you have any
or
research before?
Or third option, the art.
Third, okay, art.
Yeah, and actually try to, I don't know, become financially independent through my art, whether it's painting or cooking or singing.
Within 1 week, what do you want to figure out? These three options, you will go parallelly to explore, or you want to fix one to do validation for one options, and then you said, oh, this one doesn't work, then I go to other options. What kind of approach you think will be more comfortable?
I wish I could do all three. I wish I could have my good job, maybe a job where you don't work 10 hours a day, which then again it gets hard to make a lot of money, because most jobs that you make a lot of good money, you need to work a lot, so that you probably don't have much time for other stuff. Then I would love to have my job, maybe start a business on the side, maybe even start a business with selling my art for now. Maybe not even this one business I have in mind, but then again, this one business I have in mind is actually something really great that I see working. So maybe get a good job for now, and then on the side try and do my business. And if it works, great at the business. If not, maybe then start painting on the side and doing my art on the side. But having that one, I think I need that one secure leg, like that one secure, my dad always says one secure leg, and then with the other leg you can take risks, but you always need one leg in the dry, out the water.
Yeah. What is the secure leg, you think?
A job,
okay,
sure.
Okay, then let's put this as you think you agree on that this is the first priority for you?
Yes.
So for this job hunting things, within 1 week, what we can do specifically, you think? To easily to tracking, to monitor the progress, and to see what kind of resources can help you.
I could make a list of all the type of jobs that actually interest me.
Great, yeah.
Because I've seen so many, and it just gets so overwhelming.
Okay.
I could make a list, and then I could look for, say, 5 good jobs that would really interest me, and apply. I already started applying to one yesterday and today.
Yeah.
But I think that is unpaid for the first 6 months, which is not good.
Okay.
It's a really great job. It's something I'd love to do, but I feel it's unpaid, and it's only 6 months in the beginning, and I don't think they're offering any payment, which is not good at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
That job is one of the 5, you said?
It would be one job that I would really love to do. It really sounds like it fits me, and I would enjoy it, which is why I'm okay, awesome, but I need income. I can't work for free for 6 months. I mean, yeah, of course, then they can take you on and you could get sponsored if you're good, which would be amazing.
Yes.
That can happen. So maybe it's a risk worth taking, but worst case, you work for free for half a year and then you don't get taken. And then you're like halfway through your OPT and you've worked for free. But okay, you still have half a year to find another job. It's not the end of the world, I think. But the question is, would my parents be okay with supporting me another half a year financially?
Okay. Yeah, let's deal with the parents thing in another conversation. You can talk to them in the meantime. Talking about this job is not enough pay. What you've done with this employer? You've discussed with them, I like this job, but I don't like the pay, or...
I haven't sent the application. I haven't even sent it.
I see.
I'm just applying, like I'm just writing the application.
Okay.
Other goal would be to find like other jobs, like say at least 4, so it's 5 in total, that interest me and excite me, like, and apply to them. But jobs that have a salary.
Okay, so let's screenshot or to do the short list of the 5 ideal jobs, and you're trying to send applications, and we can review together. Or you think 1 week is enough, or you can even do how many jobs you would like to?
I need a week, because this whole weekend I have like class and assignments and an exam, and then I think I need then a few days next week to have time for all of this.
Okay.
I think next week was my plan the whole time, like to enjoy this week in Boston and do class. Also a very intense week, and then next week start with job search.
Okay.
I think that would be good. So within the next week, find 5 jobs and apply to them.
Okay.
That's a good.
What kind of additional support you will need to achieve this?
Ooh, I need help writing a cover letter, because I actually don't know how to write a cover letter.
Okay.
Like I have an idea and I really know it's not that hard, but I've never really written one, so I'm kind of like a bit unsure of what to put. Do I write like general stuff about me? Do I write specific for that job? How long do you make it? I really don't know.
Okay.
But I know that the careers team is open like every day from 11 to 3.
Yes.
She offered me, you can just walk in and show them a cover letter and ask her like what she thinks. I think I might do that.
Yeah. In my career, there is some sample cover letter as well. You know where to find it?
Yes, you're right, on my halt. Yes, you're right.
My career, there's a column named my career.
Also, I need to update my LinkedIn. I haven't done that in the last 9 months for some reason. I just haven't done it.
Okay.
I need to optimize that. The summary, I haven't done anything.
Okay, at least we have 3 things to do: listing jobs and trying to find the 5 shortlisted ideal jobs you're gonna apply. But before that, you have to complete your cover letter or to optimize it with the support by career development team, and also you will starting to update your LinkedIn. And who can be helpful for monitoring these missions or
you?
Okay,
I don't want to make you responsible.
I would like to. Yeah, we can check upon each other for the missions within the week and
yes.
Yeah,
that would be great.
Yeah. Okay. So let's set a 1 week schedule and check those missions specifically and to see where to go and how's the progress. What else you think we need to discuss?
No, that's great. That sounds really good.
Okay. Yeah.
So first write cover letter, LinkedIn summary, then find jobs, apply. Yeah.
Okay, 1 week. It's a lot of things to do actually.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we have to study our module E electives.
So the end of next week, say Sunday next week.
Okay, great. Sunday next week.
This weekend we still have uni, 1 week time to do that. I think that's realistic.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was great.
Okay.
I'm so grateful. That was so good. Oh wow, that was really, really good. You were really good at this.
Thank you.
Should seriously consider doing this professionally. I'm not kidding.
Feedback, please.
Yes, this is my feedback. No, honestly, like I really think you have a knack for this. You like really see what's important, what does the person need right now, but you don't get like lost. You like go straight to the point. Like even when I'm like all over the place. You're like, okay, so let's focus on this and that. You really like get straight to the, but at the same time you don't cut people off. You still listen and you understand, and you really like understand how I'm feeling, and I can tell that you really understand it, and you're trying to understand it, and you're empathizing, and that's like really good. Yeah, really, really good. I'm super impressed.
Thank you. Means you have a very, it's every questions you answer the my questions. So seems like inside, deep down, you have the answer actually. You know what is the priority for you. You need to do, but still you're a little bit maybe trying to figure out a long term or the future or very deep level.
I think too much, maybe. I think too much.
It's good.
Too lost.
Yeah, we
too
always
scared.
understand.
Yeah.
So let's pause that, and we can.
I'll just try and give a bit more feedback for you.
Please.
Just thinking of the framework, because this was all just very intuitive now.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, action. I think you really observed me very well without like trying to tell me what to do or what I'm thinking, and you listened a lot, and yeah, that was really, really great. You summarized well. Yeah, you know how I felt, and when you just with the questions you asked, you showed me that you understand what I feel. So that was really good impact-wise. And the desired results also, like we have a plan now. You said no, this is too broad, let's focus on this right now, and what's our next steps, what's the first priority, the jobs, okay, out of all this, what's the priority? That was really good. So we developed a clear action plan. Yeah, really great. I guess that's it.
Okay, any improvement suggestions?
No, honestly, I don't have one thing that I could tell you right now. I'm really trying to think of something, but like, I mean, maybe if I were just the observer, I would have something, but honestly, for me, that was so helpful. Like, I could just say everything was super well done, super well done. Of course, maybe in like a longer session, you could go into like more like, why does that person feel that way? Or, you know, the reasons why, and you know, things with the parents and whatever, but that's like going way too deep, obviously, because coaching is like focusing on results and in the present moment and not going back in someone's history. So I think that's like really good. I had a coach once before in my hometown, and like what you did today was really similar and like the same level, and she's been coaching for like 20 years, and she takes a lot of money for it, and like what you just did was like honestly on that level, like really, I'm not kidding. Like,
thanks, that's really encouraging.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, let's